Hi, I'm Laura Ascione, and I'm the editorial director for eSchool News, and we're here at ISTE Live.
I'm Don from Beanstack. I was a former public librarian, and now I work here trying to get kids to read.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Don, tell us a little bit about Beanstack.
So Beanstack is a reading motivation platform. We want kids to read. We essentially feel like there needs to be a cultural response to encourage kids to read more and become better readers. Last year, eighth grade, more kids tested at a basic or below basic level than ever before in the history of the NAEP statistics. So we want them to have a love of reading. We want them to find what they love and build that habit. And this is about building a culture of reading at schools. So gamify the experience, let them work towards a goal, compete against each other, and find what they love so they build a genuine habit.
I love it. Definitely a critical skill. And I am a big reader myself, so I'm all for this.
That's great.
Do you want to take us through some of what's new for you guys at the show or some of what you're promoting?
I would love that. So come with me, come on over here. We're always excited about our core experience with the platform, how you can gamify and set up your own challenges. But what we're especially excited about is Benny. So the number one question we get is, how do we know the kids have read what they say they've read? And how do you ever know that unless you talk to them directly, right? But the last thing we want to do is burn them out on reading.
Right.
We don't want to test the love of reading out of them. So Benny allows the educator to ensure the kids have the opportunity to engage in a book talk, an open-ended conversation rather than a quiz. When the students log what they read, and I'm not sure what's happened here, they have the opportunity to talk directly to this little guy.
Very cool.
And he says, hey, I see you reading this book. How far into it are you? Or you finished this book. What was your favorite part? And as they answer, it's powered by OpenAI, and it will respond to what the kids put in. It will encourage them to share their genuine thoughts. And after it's over, they get the transcript. The teachers can see this was a good answer. This was a gibberish answer. It was copy and pasted. And we can address accountability in a more natural way that will lead them to hopefully read more, feel enriched rather than burned out.
That's very cool because it's really engaging. And I imagine the kids get excited when they do that. But then the teachers also have that critical look into how seriously are the kids taking this? Are they really doing the work? And now what do I need to adjust to get them more motivated?
That's exactly the balance we want to strike. We want kids who are happy and who will read more and not get tired from this because they're in such a high pressure environment all the time. And we want to deliver meaningful insights to teachers because it's a valid question to ask. Did my student actually read this?
Absolutely.
So we just want to help them build that culture in the most natural possible way and have the outcomes be kids who read more. Because they read more, they read better.
Perfect.
Yeah.
What's next?
You know what? The next thing for us, I think, is to lean even more into Benny, to give teachers even more insights as to what their kids are reading. And what we really want to do, this is our district admin view, is we want to replicate things we've done at, say, Pasco schools in Florida or Atlanta Public Schools, Santa Ana USD, where we do district-wide challenges. We enable district admin to see insights all across the district, but we also offer them a platform to do a branded reading initiative. So in Atlanta, it was called Race to Read.
Okay.
And so this is sponsored by the superintendent. They do competitions between the schools. They have a 10 million minute goal.
Wow.
We do all the design work for them. And Atlanta is a great example because they were the only metro area school district last year to record gains in fourth grade literacy.
Wow.
We can't take credit for that alone, obviously. But if you ask them, they would say culture is a big part of their success.
Absolutely.
And we've been with them for 6 years doing this. So when we have the opportunity to work with a big district, we want to do something custom that creates community, but allows each individual school to customize things to however they need for their student body.
Yeah, I think that community part is key as well.
Absolutely. So building community readers, when kids are talking about reading, they get excited about reading, the more connections and visibility we can make, the better it'll be for everybody. So one of the things we want to do with our partners is help make their life logistically easier.
Sure.
So if schools are already doing these kinds of initiatives on paper, this can streamline things, allow them to spend more of their time getting more success. This was called Books for Bikes. Christy is an amazing librarian, and she was giving away like 75 bikes a year.
Wow.
If kids read enough, they would actually get a bike donated from the community. But what we did for her was we did the design work and we allowed her to spend more of her time soliciting donations.
Oh,
So
fantastic.
the next year she did this, she was able to give away even more bikes because this was saving her all the time from
That's
shuffling the
great. And
papers.
again,
Yeah.
building on that community and really bringing everybody together in pursuit of this goal.
Exactly. And the result is this celebration that not only gives kids a tangible reward, but gives the school something central to focus on and really say, you did this, you've earned this because you've read. And that sticks in people's minds. I still remember the Pizza Hut,
Right.
book it challenge. That's what we're trying to do is create this kind of nostalgia. And this is a
Absolutely.
perfect example where it all came together to save them time, but still do something really, really special.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah. So what I would love is I would love anyone interested in talking about reading motivation culture, come by the booth, get Benny, get a bag. We'd love to have a conversation. And I hope you all have a wonderful conference.